G'day, 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 how are we all? All well, I hope? Welcome back to TF Custom Shaving Brushes Workshop. How's your Sunday been? Alright? What you's all been up to? Grey Dog, good morning to you, mate, how are you? We've got all the regulars in anyway. We've got Grey Dog, we've got Razor, we've got Catman. Well, I had a little bit of fun. Just let me get that volume right for the mic. Needs to come down a bit. Probably about, maybe about there. Yeah, around about there I think should be okay. Music should be round about where it is at the moment unless it changes. So the introductions out the way. Ah, cool. Day off, eh? Is this your one and only day off, Brett? Anyway, guys, we've got a lot to get through today. I did have an incident with the, from the last stream, I did have an incident with the chameleon barrel blank. I think with the way I mixed it, trying to rush it through, because we didn't mix up enough in that first mix, when it's gone in the pot, part of the blank went off and part of it never went off. It stayed fairly liquidy and all gummy and gooey, so I've basically put it aside, and what I done was yesterday I took a little bit of time out and I made up a little, well actually Friday it was I made it up, but it was yesterday when Friday, can't remember now. I made a silicone mould up. So what I done was I drew up in CAD a little box, a couple of box diagrams in CAD, and then I got some 2.5mm acrylic and I cut that in the laser to size. Then I glued it all together to form up two boxes, and I made a mould to cast a silicone mould in. So basically I cast that, then I had an issue with that because when I put it under under pressure, sorry, it blew one of the sides in, and it sort of put a lot of silicone into the middle of the mould, which I was trying to keep hollow in the mould. But anyway, I managed to cut it out, reasonably successful, and yesterday, this morning I actually poured, I prepared another chameleon blank, and then I let that dry in the sun for a couple of hours, and then I poured clear into the new silicone mould, and I've got the results of that sitting here so that I can let you see it. So although the first one failed, but now I've got a silicone mould that I can use, and the silicone moulds made the blank come out a lot squarer and everything as well. Probably the next time I make a silicone mould though, I'll mix it longer, and I'll put it in the vacuum pot, and I'll make sure the mould is better and probably more solid so that it doesn't collapse under pressure. And yeah, so but anyway, I've got the one that I needed to get. So this is it here. I had a few little issues with bubbles and stuff in the silicone as well, but that's no big deal. The main thing is that the blank, if you can, well, actually I'll go to camera 2. You can see there the blanks come out fairly square, so that's the back of the blank. There's the side of the blank. There's the front of the blank. There's just two little bits here that still didn't form square, but that's okay because they'll get turned out anyway. But other than that, there's the chameleon, and I've put the silver holographic in it as well. So hopefully it'll come out quite nice. And like I said, this blank's, it's set properly this time, so I poured this one all in the one hit. but I'll sit that in the sun again tomorrow and just let it really cure properly before I think about turning it. But that'll be one that we'll have to turn in the future anyway, in the near future. That is a customer brush. Okay, so that was that one. I think the other ones that we've done have turned out okay, but they're probably not as good as I would have liked them to be as far as colour mix. The first one we sort of hit it real good, where we got multicolours in the one blank, but with these ones the colours haven't quite come out as nice. So that was the dark one that we've done with all the colours in it, and the other two that we've done are these two. So you can see they look very different to the other one that we've done as far as the colour, but they're still quite nice, don't get me wrong. So that was the first one we done. That's the one where you hold up to the light and you can see the red and the green and the blues and purples and all that sort of thing in it. So I'm quite impressed with that one. These two are still nice, and in fact, you've probably seen the photograph I posted up. One of them actually looks like flames inside. So I think once they're turned, they'll come into their own, I think, as well, because you'll get to see the colour better. But this one here, that I'm showing you in the camera now, I probably need to go back to that shot. So this one that I'm showing you has got sort of purpley, let me hold it up to the light, it's got like reddy purple, and I think that might have been the one we put the fluoro orange and stuff in as well. Fluoro lime green and the orange. So as you can see, there is colour in there, and again it will change once it gets turned. So that's the other one that we done. And then this one, if I hold that up to the light, I'm actually getting a few colours in that one. I'm getting sort of purpley blue and reds in that one. I just can't remember which colours we put in that one. But you can see all the swirling inside the blank there. And on the bottom, you can see the swirling of the colours. So again, I think we'll get some nice, we'll get a nice handle of it anyway. And then, what was the other colour we done? I'm trying to remember, it would have either been this one. No, I think we only done the three, didn't we? We must have done another coloured one. I just can't remember which one it was, whether it might have been that one, the light coloured one. So you'll see, yeah, that's right, because we mixed the whites in it and we put little bits of blue and stuff in it. So that's the other one that we cast in the last stream. And as you can see, there is colour, there is a bit of colour blend and mix in there. So it'll be interesting to see how that one comes out. I think it'll look quite nice actually. But yeah, we won't really know with this one until we actually turn it as well. And that's the case for most of the blanks. But yeah, should be okay. Should come out all right. Music's gone up again. So we'll turn that music down a bit. There we go, that should be better. And my mic might just need to go down a touch. Oh no, it's not too bad there. As long as I don't start yelling, I'll be all right. I think. So yeah, so we got Ryan and g'day mate, how you doing? So yeah, so that was that. Now this was the mould that I made up. So this was the one that I sort of sketched up in, well, I drew up in AutoCAD. Unfortunately, the inner box is the one that collapsed, and I've broken it apart as well to get it out of the silicon. But that was the outer box, and as you can see in the middle there, that was the inner box. So basically, you pour these in reverse. So that inner box is the box size that I wanted for the blank. So that's you know, that size. So if you can imagine that smaller box out of these parts glued in the middle there, and then what happened was this silicon mold was in that way, and it sat in there with the inner box in it. So then when I pulled it out, you know, we get that, okay? But what happened was one of the inner walls, one of the long walls for that inner box actually pushed inside. So we had the two end walls were okay, but we had the two side walls up this end, and that square had actually started to fill up with silicon. Okay, so you can see there's a few bubbles inside, but you know, it doesn't really matter for the molds I'm doing because they all get turned off anyway. But if you look at this side's as smooth as anything, as are the two ends, other than just maybe a few little bubbles here and there. But anyway, I can still use this. I mean, like I said, it's still a good mold. It's cast that one fine. So it actually works better than what the HDPE one was working, because we were getting air into that. I think I'll need to seal off the joints on the HDPE one to make that one work, because I think the vacuum's forcing air into the mold, which is causing the bubbles in the corners and stuff. It could also be heat, but we've spoken about that before. So yeah, so that's the new hybrid chameleon hybrid one, just for casting burl and resin. My next silicon mold that I'll be making will be the one to cast the fox burls. So I'll take an impression of a real burl and I'll turn that into a resin one, and I'll make a mold for that. And then we'll use that one as a hybrid, and then I can cast the hybrid with the clear or the tints or whatever and make it look like a burl blank. Okay, but the whole handle will be resin. So that's the silicon mold. I made it nice and chunky, so it's fairly solid, and it should work. It works well. We've already tried it, so it does do the job. The blank comes out fairly easily as well, so it's not, you know, not too hard. But and I might be making more molds for other things down the track, but because you know, I will need more than one at some stage. But I'll still be doing my tube castings as well. So there we go. That's an update on where we're at with the molds and the castings from the other day. Harel, how are you, buddy? Yeah, so like I said, we got out of trouble with that silicon one anyway, so you know, all's well that ends well, I guess. We've got a usable mold out of it that will do the job, and yeah, we'll see how we go from there, eh? So look, this Ferrari Red handle, basically all I'm doing with this one is I'm just making the handle, and then the handle's going to be sent to Srdjan to have a rhodium knot fitted in it, and then it'll be sent overseas or wherever the fella is. I will have to. I've got to do a special engraving on the bottom of it yet as well. So you'll get to see photographs of that. You won't see any video of that happening, but you'll get to see videos of that happening. But anyway, we're going to start the turning. So this one's it's basically the lotus shape again on the top. That's what he's requested. He wants the lotus shape on the top, and he wants it fairly hollowed out below that sort of top section, that lotus hollow section. So I'm going to change the proportions a little bit, because the picture that he sent me through, the lotus actually takes up a bigger part of the handle than what the bottom part does. So I've just got to change my proportions a little bit there, and make it as close to the photograph that he sent me as possible. I did send him a photograph of the blank cast, and he's very happy with the colour of the red. Like I said, we just didn't know how that red was going to turn out when it cured, but it's actually cured up quite nicely. The colours come up quite nice, and he was pretty pleased with it too. Yeah, so anyway, so I think we'll get started, fellas, before we waste any more time. So you'll see I've adjusted all the cameras back again from when we done the casting. Hopefully I've got all the shots back to give you a good view of what's going on, and if we need to, we can change them later on anyway. So I'm just going to go in and start tidying up the end of this blank. And you can hear that's been a little bit more aggressive. That's because that blade we changed that carbide cutter. the last time we turned the handle. And plus the blanks had a little bit longer to cure as well, so it'll go a bit harder. But there was a couple of little marks in the end of this blank, so I just want to make sure we get them out before I start doing any shaping. The channel's now up to, for your interest, Razor, because I know you sort of keep up with all the stats, Mike, but we're up to 69 now with the subscribers, so we're only one away from hitting the 70. And I also hit over 2,000 views a few days back, so yeah, we're starting to get a little bit more interest in the channel now. People are watching the videos are getting shown more, so yeah, which is good. So this is being fitted with a 26mm rhodium when it goes to Srdjan. So I've already got the socket sizes from Srdjan, which is it'll be 27mm in diameter, and I think we're going down 18mm. I think it was, he said. I'll check that before I go my depth, but I'm pretty sure that was right. So yeah, now we're going to have to take more off. I'm actually surprised how brittle that is. Or did we cast this one in polyester? Or maybe that's what we done. Maybe we cast this in polyester. I think that's what we did actually. I think I cast this in polyester resin, not epoxy. So that's why it's a bit more brittle. That's alright though, we'll take all that out again. This means the handle's going to be a little bit, well, the blank's going to be a little bit shorter, but I've got enough on it. And just check that edge, see how we're going, just a little bit more. Just fix my glasses so I don't get anything in my eyes. That's fine. Okay, we're going to start cutting the hole. So I'm going to go in with a 25mm bit. Now, I'll just check my, if you can just bear with me for a sec guys, I'll just pull my face off. And I'll just check my my phone. and just make sure that I'm sure it was 18 millimeters, but I'll just check it. There's Srdjan there. Yeah, 27 by 18. So we're all good there. So I'll just start that now. And I'll take that back to 0. I think I might have got some chips in my coffee. Get rid of them. That's it, they're gone. So we're on 0. Just slow it down just a touch. And I'll just go to camera 2 there so you can see what's going on. That's 17, that's 18. I'm just going to go a little bit because I want to clean the top of that up as well. So it's fairly deep, but that's what he needs. So he's probably got longer hair on the knot. I'll leave that in for now. Take that out. Okay, so we'll get rid of that down there as usual. Let's get rid of a lot of the acrylic dust. There we go. My coffee's clean. My coffee's clean again, so I've got my chips out. Right, so now we've got that bit out the way, we can start getting serious, eh? Well, I've still got to do, sorry, I'm jumping the gun there. I've still got to size that hole out to 27. So we'll need to bring the tool rest in and go on the end of the blank. It's a bit there. Hopefully that should do us. I'll bring it up to near enough centre. And I've already set my verniers to 27. Just bring that up a touch. On my calipers, whatever you want to call them. That's not too bad. Speed that up a bit. And I may need to let it down. I'll check that. It just needs a little bit more. Clear that out. Yeah, it's pretty chippy, this one. I should have cast it in epoxy really. That's my go-to now, but I wanted a nice shine on it, and I tend to find that the polyester resin gets a better shine on it than what the epoxy does. Okay, just check that again. 27mm, yep. I don't know if you can, should have had you on that camera there. Don't know if you can see that. No, I probably can't, but it's 27 anyway. Still don't think you can see it. No. Anyway, it's 27. Okay, so now we'll bring in the tailstock again with the live centre. Give us a little bit of security in there. Bring the tool rest up higher. We'll bring that in a touch more, lock her off, and then we'll extend her in there to give us a little bit of support. Actually, I might shape the top first, fellas, before I put that in, and then I can start the shaping then. That might be better. Okay, so we'll speed it up a bit now. I'm just going to go in nice and gently. And the top of this gets sort of slightly rounded down from the top of the handle. And I did go slightly over the depth size, just so that I had enough there to let me smooth out that top, which I've still got to smooth it a little bit more. So yeah, so I'm still around about just over the 18, so I can still take a little bit more off. And if need be, I can always go in and just go in another mil depth if I need to. Okay. Yep, that's the top cleaned up. So what I'll do now is I'll just take that sharp edge off, as usual. That's better. Okay. The part that's going to be the tricky part with this one, if it's going to be really chippy, is the shaping, because that's when the carbides tend to want to grab. But we'll see how we go. We'll just have to be a very steady hand, not too aggressive in the cuts. So we'll bring that back in, lock it off there. Like that, and now we should be able to start shaping or working out the size and the shape. Oh, we got Rami in too. Rami, how are you, buddy? Welcome back. So, as I was saying before, the top section on this one, to the picture that the fella sent me, needs to be a little bit bigger than normal. And the lower section is smaller. So, I'm thinking around about there for the lotus shape, or maybe even, yeah, I'm thinking about there. And then if the handle overall we make about there. I'm thinking that might be too much there. We might make it there. So you'll see I've moved that from the mark that I had. I had a mark there. Sorry if I go top down shot. So I had a mark there, just there. And I've moved it back to there. So it's a good 4 mil, 5 mil. And the overall length will be here somewhere, because I've got to put a couple of little profile details in there as well. So I think that should do us. So I'll go in with the skew here. Bring that out just a little bit. Yeah, it does, mate. It's like I said, it's polyester, this one, but I remember now. I couldn't remember why I went polyester with this one and epoxy with the others. But the reason I went polyester was just to get a higher shine in this red, being the fact that it's the Ferrari Red. I just wanted it more shine, and I've always found that with the polyester, that you always get a better shine on the polyester than you do on the epoxy. So hence the reason why I went the way I did. Now I just need to move this tool rest back a little bit, sorry, the tailstock. I need a little bit more room for the tool rest to get in on the blank closer. That gives me enough there. And it's only because I just want to start the shape, but I don't want to get too aggressive. So I'm just starting that shape on the for the lotus shape. And I do want to get in there a little bit deeper, so I may go in with a parting tool if I can't get in far enough. So I'll bring that back out and I'll drop it right down to about there. And then I'll go in with the parting tool to give me a little bit more depth there. And then I'll bring that back out, bring it up. Okay. I want to just take that in there now. And how I think I'll get it will be with the spindle gouge, I think. I'll use the wing of the spindle gouge and just shape that in there. That's better. Okay, not quite how I want it, but we'll get there eventually. Just want to get the shape of the lotus part on the top right. And I think we're high enough. Let me just check. Yep, we should be high enough. It's actually cutting better with the carbide than I thought it might. I better not speak too soon, though, aye. Okay, I think that'll do for the lotus shape on the top. We'll just stop that and give this all a blow down. Okay, so that's the lotus shape. I just want to refine it a little bit in there, but I think we'll do that once we get the other part done. So that's good. Yeah, we're just going to take a little bit more off there and shape that, but that's all right. Just want to see how we're going there. Yep, so we'll bring that down now. Okay, now I'm going to put another little V in here. And that one will come down. A little bit more on that. That's it. Okay, so get rid of that again. So let me check a couple of things here, fellas. Yeah, that's all good. How are we going in the chat, alright? Okay, so that's just got one ring. And if I look at the photograph, so we've got hollow there. Now we come in for the round, and what I'm going to try and do here is just get an idea of the overall length now. So I'm thinking round about there. And I'm thinking that should be okay. Yeah, so now we're just going to go in with the round now. So I'm just going to put another mark on here at the moment, which will be round about there. And I'm thinking around, might just go up a tad with that. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll just go in here now. So nice and gently. And this is going to be a fairly tight curve, so I don't want to get the carbide bit bogged up in there. Let the streamers fly. Okay. Streamer's all right. Nice fine ones, which is what I really have to do with this because, like I said, I don't want it chipping out on me. Just turn that music down a tad again. Okay, so we're looking not too bad there. And I'm just going to take a little bit off that edge, bring it down a bit. Now what I'll do is I'll go in there with a point. Because I want that to be a similar depth to that other one. And then I'm going to take that back a little bit as well. Then I'll put more of a V on that. And then a little bit of a V on this end, this side. So we clean up the edge. That's not too bad there. And now I'll bring that all back out again. And we'll go back in here now. rid of some of this. Just finished my coffee. Okay, so I'm actually going to shorten that a little bit probably. Still want to get this a little bit more hollow in there. Just a little bit more. I think that might do that. Maybe a touch more. Thinking that might do it there, and then we'll see. I might need to still go in a little bit more there yet. Let me have another lookie. More of a flare. So I think what I'll do there now is I'll go in, I'm going to lower the tool rest down, right down, and then I'm going to go in with the parting tool, probably about there I think. And I'll take you to camera 3. And then we'll bring that out again, take it up. Actually might go up a bit more yet. I'm still going to hollow that out a little bit on the bottom there. The carbide, very gently. So again, a nice example of how a very little subtle change can make a big difference to the look of the handle. Because I mean, this lotus shape, I mean, it's similar to other ones that I've done, but just the bottom of the handle has changed a little bit, and it's amazing how big a change it looks when in actual fact it's only a fairly minor change. So what I'm going to do now is just adjust that tool rest up again and out a bit. And now all I'm going to do is just round that off. And I do need to get into get the bottom edge rounded as well, so I'm just going to take that edge there back a little bit, and that'll let me get into that other one. Just to round it. Okay. We'll take the tailstock away. We'll have another look at that. The rest of that should clean up with the sanding, I think. There goes my sandpaper. Give me 2 secs, guys. See how that's shaping up. Not too bad. Nigel, how are you, buddy? This is a customer one, Nigel. It was ordered custom. It's got to have a white engraving put on the bottom as well. And the colour was pretty specific. It had to be like a real strong Ferrari Red, so that's what we've gone for. Okay. How's that music going, lads? It looks like it's a little bit low again, eh? Unless it's a quiet track. Dee 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 dee. Just got to get a bit more in here because we're still on the edge of the blank there. We're not quite gotten rid of the edge of the blank yet. Might actually change to another piece of paper, I think. It's a bit exhausted now. That's a bit better. Get rid of those little specks there. Nearly there. Yeah, like I said, it's just variation in the tracks that come on. So sometimes it goes a little bit loud and then another time it might be, you know, a bit quiet. I'll just try and keep an eye on it the best I can and then adjust it as I need to in between tracks. So we're nearly there with this grit. This is the coarsest grit, so and then we'll just get in some of those detailed areas now. Okay, that should be that grit done. So you'll see in this one that the lotus part up the top is the part that's actually being featured. So it's bigger than what I would normally do it, but that's how the picture was sent through to me shows it. So that's how I've done it. Normally I would have the bottom section of the handle larger. But what helps break this one is because we've got the two bigger wide bands in the middle there. So sort of, if you take that from that point there to the bottom, is, you know, bigger than this part here. So it sort of works in and it keeps it looking okay. Otherwise, if it wasn't for that, proportionally it would be out. Okay, I'll just stop that and give it a little bit of a rub by hand. Can actually probably come in a little bit. Ferrari green. Yeah, I'm hoping the red should, I'm hoping it's going to shine up nicely because, like I said, that's what I wanted to try and achieve in the handle, was a nice, you know, high gloss quality shine finish. Okay. Okay, that's that one. Dee 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 dee. We're getting there, lads. And Melbourne's into more of a lockdown now, eh? These are all very quiet in there. We'll start with the wets after this one. Yeah, just waiting for the wet, eh? It's just going to be bright red, mate. Ferrari Red. No colours, no pattern, no swirl. Just plain old Ferrari Red. Should be quite nice all the same though. I think it might be time for a new set of pads to be pulled out, eh? It's a shame really, because these ones are still cutting well. Need to get a paper towel. So we'll, once I get this one out the way, we'll probably do that other chameleon one. And then we can maybe think about something different, aye? Or we can start turning some of these other ones that we've cast. I think there's going to be some lovely brushes in amongst them. Oh, and I've got a lot more synthetic knots. I got a delivery of some more synthetic knots the other day. So I've got some of the, oh god, what have we got? We've got boss knots, we've got cashmeres, I think there's 2 or 3 other ones, I just can't remember all the names of them now. Snow leopard, I think there's another one as well, all synthetics. Smooth as though, really smooth, really nice. So we'll make some really nice handles for them. And obviously we'll do a few more 2 bands as well. So it's showing about 10 people in the stream at the moment. How many have we got chatting in the... Yeah, Harrell, it's... I'm not sure. It's not a Ferrari logo. It's like a... oh, it's hard to explain actually. I'll take some pictures once I've done it anyway, because it's going to go on the bottom in white. So I'll take some pictures once it's done and I'll post them up, and you'll all get to see them anyway. Get to see it finished with the engraving and that on it. Yeah, so it should come up quite nice. With the engraving in the bottom in white. Should look okay. Yeah, I can start seeing the shine. This is what I was saying before about polyester resin getting a nice shine on it. I mean, I'm getting a good finish on my epoxy resin because epoxies have come a long way too. but you do get a nice shine on the polyester. Likes are fine, mate. I mean, people can like it when they watch it later or whatever. That's all right. It's no big deal. Some people like to just sit in the background and watch the video and not get involved in the chat. It's all good. If anybody's got any questions, just sing out, aye. Ah, are you fooling us, grey dog? Yeah, probably. If you've got two devices running. Bit of trickery going on there, mate. Ah, so that's what's going on. You guys are logging in with a couple of different devices, making it look like we've got more views. Aye? Fooling me. I'll be turning it around shortly and, well, parting it off and turn it round, part it off, take it to the buffer. It's not going to need much buffing, I don't think. You can see it's starting to get pretty shiny there now. Still wet, of course, but once we polish it up, it should come up quite nice. Some of the colours have mixed up a little bit in here too, I think. I'll need to have another look at the colours. I'm going to hit that with 1000 grit anyway now. Getting me all excited, thinking we've got more people in the live than what I thought there was. I'm getting all excited, thinking we've got a heap of people in here, and here we've got 2 or 3 guys multi-streaming. Good on yous. All right, let's see how we're going, eh? That light. first tube award. Oh, there's been several already. But still got a long way to go, right? I'm not in it for that anyway, guys. I'm just in it for sharing a bit of knowledge on turning and finishing and shaving brushes, and it gives you guys somewhere to hang out and have a chat somewhere different as well whilst watching stuff being made. Okay, so that's that done. So I'll get a clean cloth and then I'll just clean paper towel. And I'll just give that a dry off. Okay. Right, I'm reasonably pleased with that. That's that one. Okay, well, I think we can take it out, turn it around. Swap the chucks over. So what I'll do is I'll put you to that one now. Just till I swap the chuck over. Get rid of that one. Put the big one on. We'll need the big key. And we just got an expansion. Tighten it up as much as I can with putting unnecessary force on it. Should be pretty good there, I think. Looks pretty centered. Bring up the tailstock. Give myself room to get in with the parting tool. And we'll drop the tool rest right down again. Yeah, see that Yagi razor's getting some fairly good reviews, mate. Okay, try that, see how we go. Nuts are parted off. It's catching up in the chat, fellas. Right, I'm just going to clean up the bottom now with the spindle gouge. Just make sure that I'm on centre there or close to it. And I want this to be hollow, but only very slightly because it's going to get engraved. So I don't want to put too big a hollow. So I'll put my little straight edge on that and see how we're going. That needs to go a little bit more. Check that. Just a tad more. It's nearly there. I think that'll probably do it. Yep. So now we'll just give that all a bit of a sand up. So slow it down. So we're getting there, fellas, nearly there. We'll do a little bit of wet on the bottom too, just to make sure we do get it really flat. That'll do that. I love my timeless, mate. Awesome razor. Mine was made in USA, though I believe they've changed now, haven't they? They're getting them made over in China now, I believe. I hope they keep the QA in tow over there, but beautiful. I love my razor, my timeless razor. Oh, I thought I heard somewhere or read somewhere in one of the public groups that Timeless had been taken over to China. Well, that's good to know, Grey Dog, if that's how it is. Right, I'm just going to check these colours. So it should be brown, green, then black, then tan, which I'm presuming is tan is the one that's black. Tan, green, black. Well, I don't know what they call tan. There's no tan. So we'll go, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, there's definitely 9. So we'll try. Teal, purple, royal blue. I think we'll go that one in there, and then we'll go there. All right. Just a last little rub up with the micro mesh. And that'll do them. Yeah, I've had mine for a while, so I got it when the dollar was better, higher value. Okay, I think that'll do us, fellas. So I'll get the big chuck key in reverse, take it off. Yeah, that's nice and smooth. All right, let's see where we're at. I'll get rid of that. Then we'll put that up now, I think. Alright, I'll be back in a tick, fellas. I'm just going to go and give this a bit of a buff up, so I'll be right back. A lot shinier now, lads. Okay, so we'll just put it back on here. We'll just give it a final bit of a polish up. Make sure we've got everything. And we'll get the polish out. We'll go that one, we'll go that one. Dee 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 dee. Okay. So nice and slowly, just work that in. Make sure we get into the details there. Get into the top of the handle. Speed it up a bit. It's getting. I'm going to be laser engraving it, mate. I'll let you see. I'll put some pictures up once it's done. So it's getting laser engraved on the bottom, and then it's getting colour filled in white. So I'll be doing that, but I won't be doing it on camera. So I'll take some photographs and I'll put it up. Even if I show it up in the next live, I can show you it finished. But pretty much that's it. I mean, there's nothing else really happening to it. We'll get that little engraving in the bottom, which will be done in white, and then it'll be getting sent to Srdjan at Rhodium Knots, and have the one of the 26mm rhodiums fitted to it. I'm not even sure where about in the world this guy is. I must ask him. Right, that's that one, and then we'll put a little bit of the old magic plastics. Excuse me. Okay, that should about do it, I think. Let that work in. And where did I put the paper towel? Oh, we'll get another one. then I'll show you this, because that's us basically finished with that now. I'll bring it up to the cameras and I'll let you see it, get a closer shot, see what you think of the shape. Okay, pretty pleased with that. Yeah, that's what I've done. Look, I put it in my pocket. Anyway, in the bin. Take this out. Well, I've got to say I'm pretty pleased with that. All right, there we go. You guys talking razors, eh? Good stuff, good stuff. Well, I'm finished now, lads. That's me done with that handle. I'll just bring it round to the camera and let you get a better look at it. See what you think of the shape. But you'll see you'll see what I was talking about earlier, where just the subtle little changes can make a big difference to how the overall handle looks. It's amazing, just changing a couple of little dimensions, and not you know, big amounts either. And it's amazing how it can change it and make it look totally different. So anyway, let me go to, that's the handle. Let me go to, and I don't think I've got a knot here that'll fit it. So I can't even show you, nah, it'll not even fit it. I haven't got a knot here to show you with a knot in it, but anyway, you'll get to see the handle, that's for sure. So let me go to camera 2 first, and I can show you that. So there you go. Bottom's nice and flat and smooth. As you can see there. So it's a little bit, you know, just a little bit different to how I normally would do it. I wouldn't normally haul out and have this flat area like that in the bottom as much. And you can see the bands come down a bit more. These bands here come down a bit more on the lower section of the handle, and the lotus part on the top is a bit larger. But again, it still all looks pretty good, I reckon. But that was that's fairly close to the picture. If anything, these bands here might have been a little bit tighter in his photograph that he sent me, but I think overall that looks quite nice. And then the knot will get sat in there. So nice and finished and polished and shiny on the top. No lines, no sanding marks, no nothing in it. Nice and flat. There it should be. So I don't think the top camera is going to show any differently. I think you're getting a good idea of that handle from there. So we're all done, lads. Okay, let's see what's happening in the chat. You guys are all finished having your chat about razors and all the rest of it. You can continue on if you like, but I'm going to go in and have a nice cup of coffee. How does that sound? So let me just put up my. So we've had a few people in tonight again, which was good. I think we had about 11 or 12 in there at one point, even although there was a couple of you guys in and counting us 2. Yeah, the finish has come up nice, Grey Dog. I'm pretty pleased with that, mate. So yeah, it's all good. It's like I said, it's really smooth. There's no lines, no sanding marks anywhere in it. Even in the bottom, it's nicely finished. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. Anyway, lads, that's it for tonight. So we'll see you again on Tuesday night. So yeah, Tuesday night, and I might actually do. Well, I've got that chameleon to do, so we'll either do the chameleon, or we'll do one of those other blanks that I've cast in the last couple of streams. And we'll see how that goes, because I've got to work out what we're going to do in the top of that. We'll probably end up having to paint some coloured resin in there, just to dull the knot down if we don't change the colour on the top section. But anyway, we'll see how we go with that. So it'll be either or. It'll be the chameleon, or it'll be one of the other blanks, and we'll turn the handle out of that. And then we might think about maybe finding a piece of wood and maybe turning a bowl, or maybe even doing something completely different, and maybe making an odd looking shaped handle, which is cutting the bandsaw out a nice piece of timber, and then we can sand it and, you know, coat it clear, and just for something a little bit different. Instead of doing it on the lathe, we can maybe do one by hand, you know, cut the timber out in the bandsaw, drill a recess in it, and then maybe sand finish it, and then put a nice shiny coating on it. Something a little bit different, something an odd shape, you know. So we'll see how we go anyway. We've got plenty to do. Yeah, thanks for dropping in, Ryan, mate. Rami, thanks for dropping in, buddy. Grey Dog, Razor, Brett, Harrell, Nige, all the guys that dropped in. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you all the next time, eh? So Tuesday night we'll be back, and let me go to camera 1. Tuesday night we'll be back, fellas, and until then, I want you all to take care. We'll see you on Tuesday. All the best, lads. See you then, eh? Cheers. Thanks for now.